Guys and girls, we're going to teach you how to be a ninja when it comes to working out what a mortgage will cost, strata, water, council, cash flowing your mortgage in 30 seconds. Stay tuned. We're going to show you how to do it.
Good morning.
Good morning, Billy, the old man stuck in a young man's body. How are you?
Look, I'm good. I'm actually really well. These topics excite me because it's never been easier to know your numbers, but know your numbers made simple. Because I'm not going to lie, even doing this day in, day out, it's always nice to just have the calculator do it for you. It actually, does the explanation. It's just visually satisfying.
But there's also what do you put into the calculator? And in people's defense, half the brains out there are not wired that way for numbers. You know how at school you get some people that are good at maths and some people that are good at English, and it's rare they're good at both. Mortgage is as much the same thing where people are like, yeah, I don't really get my head around it. We're going to show you how to do it this morning.
Okay, so before we get straight into it, we're actually then going to give you the option where you can go on and do this yourself after the show. So correct me if I'm wrong, but for the Novak cash flow ChatGPT, SMS the phone number 0460 111 the word cash flow. Is that right?
Yeah. So we've got an SMS bot waiting for you. If you send an SMS to the bot and your SMS says the word cash flow, one word or two words, it's going to send you back our very own Chat GPT for doing this for you, which looks like this.
Awesome. So that's it's not just a formula, but it's learning, and it's taken instruction from the way we build these numbers. That's what we're going to show you this morning. And okay, where do we start?
Okay, now I'm going to go deep, and this is going to confuse people straight away. With ChatGPT, you can actually you can type in, what we've got along the bottom is stuff that you can or should type in. Now, see there, those things there, Billy. See the in the boxes. Enter value of property. Enter strata, water, council.
Yep.
Enter. We've got all of the prompts there for you that you can actually just plug away. Now, the hard thing about people working out their cash flow is they don't know what basic numbers they just need to put in. So that sort of gives you a bit of a hold on it there. Some of the basic things that you can actually enter to be a little bit of a hero. They're those boxes there. Now, if you just want to have a good old fashioned chat, have you got the chat thing on if you go down a bit more, Billy?
I've got the voice.
And then what's the other one? Attach.
I've got the voice and I've got attachments or
Okay.
just entering in. Yeah.
Okay. So see my one here if you're on the phone, watch this.
Yeah.
Can you blow me up?
Blow
me up, Eddie.
Okay. There you go.
That's fine. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to hit the bottom right. No, sometimes it's black, sometimes it's blue, sometimes it's pink. My one's there. It's going to be a bubble. Make sure you don't talk. Make sure you don't talk, Billy Bob. Hey, ChatGPT. I would like to do some cash flowing, and I'm buying a studio apartment for $630,000. I'm going to borrow 95% of that because I've got a 5% deposit, and I think the interest rates are sitting around sort of 5.5%. I'm a first home buyer, obviously, but I'm going to rent it out first. So I want to know what it's going to cost me, say, per week over the course of the first year. And I earn $120 $2,000. So my New South Wales tax rate, just apply that. Apply that I'm going to rent it, and I'm going to rent it for about $650 a week. And my strata rates are $800 a quarter. My water rates are $170 a quarter, and my council rates are $470 a quarter. I want to know what this is going to cost me over the course of the year, but particularly I want to know what it's going to cost me per week out of my pocket after tax.
Absolutely. Let's break it down in a nice, simple way so you can see what it'll look like out of pocket each week. So you're looking at a studio for $630,000 and you're borrowing 95% of that, which means you're putting down a 5% deposit. At about a 5.5% interest rate, we can calculate your loan costs. Now, since you're renting it out at about $650 a week, and you've got your outgoings, your strata, water, council rates all together, we'll add those up for the year. And we'll also factor in your income and your tax rate in New South Wales, because as an investor, you can get some tax deductions. Give me just a second and I'll pull all of that together and tell you what it's going to cost you per week after tax.
That's pretty cool. Hey. So
Yeah, absolutely. It's always a bit of a number juggle, but let's make it super straightforward. So roughly speaking, once we factor in your loan repayments, your rental income, and all those outgoings, and then we consider what tax deductions you're going to get, we can come down to a nice, neat per week figure. So let me just crunch those numbers and I'll give you that weekly after-tax cost.
Just mute it.
Report says report bug.
Mute it whilst it's thinking.
All right. So here's the rundown. With the loan, your rental income, and all those quarterly costs factored in, plus a bit of tax deduction magic, you're looking at roughly around $150 a week out of pocket for that first year. Of course, it's an estimate, but that should give you a nice, simple idea of what you'll be paying each week after tax.
Boom.
Any questions, Billy?
No, thank you, ChatGPT.
Absolutely. If you've got any other questions, just fire away. I'm here to help make sure it all makes perfect sense for you.
Where I see this being so good is copy and paste the listing price on the advert off realestate.com, copy and paste the strata water council rates. Sometimes it's in there, the body of the description, or you can ask the agent. And from that, you're going to be able to do, at least 60-70% of your numbers due diligence as to whether you can actually afford to maintain the property after purchase. Because sometimes the purchasing bit's the easy part. You've got your deposit ready, you've got your pre-approval, but then can you manage the cash flow moving forward if you're going to move in or move out? So I think this is
So if you've just tuned in, we've primed ChatGPT for you from Novak. So if you want that ChatGPT, Billy's going to expand it on the bottom of the screen there. SMS the number 0, or you can write Novak cash flow if you explore ChatGPTs, or you can go into an SMS and SMS the word cash flow. So the SMS the number 0460 111 and the word cash flow, and our ChatGPT comes up for you. Now, the reason why it's better than just ChatGPT standard, it is still ChatGPT, is we've primed it for you. And as more and more clients have used it, they've primed it more and more. So it's becoming more accurate to, what people are actually, the common questions, and how to prompt, people for those common questions. And, I say common, but, sometimes buyers don't even know where to start. They don't even know where to look at, like tax rates, or they don't know depreciation, or what are the outgoings. So that's all been sort of plugged away a little bit for you to make life easier. But what do you think, Bill?
Yeah, I think if a lot of people knew the numbers, they'd be far less intimidated about entering into the market. In that example there, if you can be in a position to hold your first property for $150 a week, that just sounds like an expensive phone bill or an expensive subscription, that comes out weekly. If you can get together 30, 40,000, you're in a position to buy right now. There's some really good government grants. I think it's more about education more than anything else.
Yeah, well, we just had 2 people last week that have bought. They've had $30,000 deposits, then they've purchased properties for $600,000, $630,000 in the Northern Beaches in DY.
Yeah,
that are very, very rentable properties. So it's a pretty unbelievable idea. But I think that, is it the day now where accountants, I think these chat GPTs, for example, doing this for us, I think it's saving the legwork for you and your accountant. I think it's saving your legwork for you and your mortgage broker, that you can actually run these basic questions, providing you know what to ask. You see, that's the benefit of the mortgage broker or the accountant. They'll say, how much is Australia levy? How much is the water levy? How much is the? They'll actually ask. They'll prime. They'll ask you those questions, but we've done that for you within the chat GPT there a little bit. So there you go, guys and girls. It's an easy way to work out your maths on buying properties, and people that are first home buyers and aren't au fait with all that property, and getting into a property, it's perfect.
Yeah, there you go. You can play around with that, play around with it in your own time.
Love it. Billy, thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, ChatGPT.
Go get our ChatGPT, SMS the number 0460 111 111 and write the word cash flow.
There it is. Have a great day.
Thanks, man. See you. Bye.